Hey everybody. Today we are moving into probably the biggest concept you'll learn in Algebra 1. So today is a very, very important day. We are going to take it somewhat slow, but this is something that you really, really need to know as we move forward here. So just to start, a review of foiling. So remember, foiling, the F stands for first, the O stands for outside, the I stands for inside, and the L stands for last. And it's essentially double distributing. So if I went and FOILed this out, I would get x times x is x squared. X times positive 10 is plus 10x. Inside, 6 times x is plus 6x. And last, positive 6 times positive 10 is plus 60. And then in the middle here, we combine like terms, and we'd get a final answer of x squared plus 16x plus 60. Okay, so today what we are going to do is we are going to pretty much undo this process. Instead of starting with step 1, then step 2, and step 3, instead of foiling this, we're actually going to go backwards. We're going to start with step 3, and we're going to make it look like step 1. And that process is called factoring. Now, if we look at our final answer here, the one that's in the black box that I'm outlining in yellow right now, let's look at the relationship between these numbers. I have 16 and 60. So let's look at our original problem now. My numbers in my original problem are 6 and 10. So how can you make 60 out of 6 and 10? Well, 6 times, oh boy. Sorry about that, people. 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 10 is 60. And 6 plus 10 is 16. 16 came from 6 plus 10. So essentially what I'm doing here is one of those diamond problems from last week. So if you remember, a diamond problem was, okay, what numbers multiply to 60 and add to 10? Excuse me, and add to 16. Well, 10 plus 6 was 16. 10 times 6 was 60. So what we did was a diamond problem. Okay, so what if you had this for a diamond problem? Just for review, what if you had the numbers, let's go 15 and 8. So we're looking for numbers that multiply to 15 and add to 8. Okay, so you should probably start off by listing the multiples. So numbers that multiply to 15 are 1 and 15, or 3 and 5. Which one of these add to 8? Well, 3 and 5. So we're going to say 3, 5, because 3 plus 5 is 8, and 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, so let's start with an example problem. Let's say we have x squared plus 7x plus 10. So we are looking for numbers that multiply to 10 and add to 7. So this is just a diamond problem. The number on the right goes on top of our diamond. That's a 10 right there, and a 7 on the bottom. We want numbers that multiply to 10 and add to 7. Well, let's list out numbers that multiply to 10. There's 1 and 10, or there is 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10, and 2 plus 5 is 7. So now all we do is we're going to say, well, I want my answer. Again, I started with this, and I want to go back and make it look like the original. So my answer is going to look like this in the parentheses. I'm going to have x plus, well, what did you put right here? You put x plus 2. And then you're also going to put x plus this one, x plus 5. Okay, let's try another one now. On 2. Number 2 is, let's try n squared plus 9n plus 20. Now, one thing that's different here is, well, I went from an X to an N. It doesn't matter what the letter is. So now in my final answer, instead of having an X, I'll have an N right there. Okay, but again, we are looking for numbers that multiply to 20 and that add to 9. So let's list out numbers that multiply to 20. There's 1 and 20. There's 2 and 5. 2 times 10, excuse me. 2 times 10. And there is 4 and 5. So which one of these sets of numbers, green, red, or black, add to 9? Well, you should say the black ones, 4 and 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9 again. 4 plus 5 is 9. And 4 times 5 is 20. So now our final answer is just n plus 4, n plus 5. All I did was took this part and this part from my diamond and put them into the parentheses. Okay, if you want to pause the video before this next one, you can try this. Let's do number 3. We'll pick the letter A for Adler. A squared plus 8A plus 15. If you want to get started, make a diamond, multiply up top, add on bottom. Multiply to the last term, 15, add to 8. So again, if you want to pause it right here, you can. Otherwise, I will do the problem in just a minute. So we're going to list out numbers that multiply to 15, 1 and 15, or 3 and 5. Well, 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. So my parentheses then, I'm at 2 sets of parentheses. It's going to be A plus. This one goes here. This one goes here. A plus 3, A plus 5. Final answer. Okay, another one. Let's go with, this is number 4. Let's go with B. B squared plus 6B plus 5. So again, it's just another diamond problem. So we want numbers that multiply to the last one, 5, and that add to the middle one, so 6. Now notice that these are both positive. It's plus and plus, so I just made my numbers positive right there. Positive 5, positive 6. So what numbers multiply to give you 5? Well, the only ones are 1 and 5. So, well, 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 plus 5 is 6, so I'm good to go. Put your 2 parentheses. B plus, B plus, B plus 1, B plus 5. Final answer. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more here. Let's just go through 2 more of these. Let's go with, we'll go x squared plus 12x plus 20. So I would encourage you to pause the video here and try it on your own. I'll start the diamond for you. Remember, the last number goes on top, the middle number goes on bottom, so 12. And again, you are looking for numbers that multiply to 20. So 1, 20, 2, 10, 4, 5. But this time we want them to add to 12. So which one of these add to 12? Well, 1 plus 20 is 21. 2 plus 10 is 12. 2 and 10. So I'm going to say x plus, what's your first one? 2. X plus, what's your second one? 10. X plus 2, x plus 10. Final answer. Okay, last one for the day. We'll go with, let's go with r. R squared plus 10r plus 21. Okay, so again, I just put my parentheses to start, but we are doing a diamond problem. We want numbers that multiply to the last number, which is 21, and add to the middle term, which is 10. So we got to start by listing our numbers that multiply to 21. They are 1 and 21. They are 3 and 7. Okay, so now which one of these add to get 10? 1 plus 21 is 22, so that doesn't work. But 3 plus 7 is 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. So I'm going to have r plus 3. I'm going to have r plus 7. Okay, that is all I have for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. This is one of those things where the more that you do it, the better you will get. So please don't get discouraged if you don't get it right away. The more you practice, the better you will get at it. Any questions, just shoot me an email.